Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, The New Revised Edition What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. It has 24 chapters. I will be going over all the chapters. I will be using either his words, phrases, or my interpretation of his material. In introduction, author mentions a lot of expansion in the area of positive self-talk in its effect on behavior and overall life in humans. Neuroplasticity is the ability of brain cells or neurons to change through formation of new connection and reorganization. It offers hope because it means the brain has the capacity to rewire itself, which may lead to changes in behavior. Repetition reinforces these new connections that have been formed. Chapter 1: Looking for a Better Way. You are everything that is. Your thoughts, your life, your dreams come true. You're everything you choose to be. You're as unlimited as the endless universe. We all know about the endless possibilities life is supposed to offer. But many times things don't work out the way they should. Some people have a more fulfilling life than others. Some people are more lucky compared to others. Why is that? Is there something that stands between us and success? When the author was younger, he had a soaring imagination, but with more and more education and training, gradually he discovered more of things that he cannot do. In university, he thought more about his childhood dream how to reach the stars. He studied human behavior and motivational marketing. He realized that people can be made to do things they don't want by using the force called advertising. Despite acquiring useful information, he could not find an answer until he looked inside the brain. Chapter 2: The Answers. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. This is from the Bible. There are great self-help books and programs. When one reads these books or attends these programs, initially there is excitement of brand new self-belief. Then the realities of life sink in. Except for very few people, lasting changes would not happen in the vast majority of people who read these books and attended these programs. After a lot of thinking, the author realized that there is a fundamental fault in our programming. He concluded that people who are luckier had better mental programming. The brain believes what you tell it to do and will create reality accordingly. How successful you are at anything is unavoidably related to the beliefs in the subconscious mind. The human brain is like a powerful computer, but it needs the right input. During the first 18 years of life, we were told the word no 50,000 to 148,000 times, but yes, a few hundred to a few thousand only. Questions are, if you were not told so many negative things, would your life, your job, your earning, your status be any different? According to the author, we have been repeatedly negatively programmed. Neuroplasticity, which means rewiring and reorganization of brain cells, means you have a chance to change and replace old programming with new, positive programming. Chapter 3: Creating Positive Change That Lasts. Believe in yourself, meditate daily, learn to visualize outcome of your goals. Focus on what you want. Using neuroplasticity, Think about new idea repeatedly and talk to your mind about it. In other words, this is self-talk. So for example, you can use it to change things inside you, such as be more tolerant, be more hardworking, manage your time better, eat better, be more kind, keep more fit. The author gives examples of some things you may want to include or change in your life, such as meditate daily, set specific goals and review them often, be tolerant, eat right. Chapter 4: New Discoveries. The brain is compared to a computer. This is for sure an oversimplification, but just to make a point, we have input, that is information from senses, stored in the subconscious, and then there is output, which is decisions. Thoughts are electrochemical signals in brain cells, are neuronal pathways. These are impacted by millions and millions of messages that we have received, and with time, this becomes part of the wiring of the brain. Chapter 5: We Learn to Believe. When the author was a child, he was told he had no musical ability. He believed that this statement hampered him from learning music later in life. Statements that are told to children have an impact on the wiring of the brain, as that is the time when the brain cells were formative years for the child. The author compares these negative statements to mental weight that we carry for the rest of our lives. If you get into a plane that is programmed mostly wrong, you will not sit on it for fear it will go to the wrong place or, God forbid, crash. The author believes that negative thinking is akin to bad programming, but the good news is we can alter it. Chapter 6: The Wall. The more we believe in something, the more we accept newer ideas that are similar. So the mind reinforces things, new things, to the old ones that are already present in the library of the mind. We have a lot of negative self-talk on a daily basis. As an example, today is just not my day. I am not talented. Oh, when will I ever learn? I don't have a chance. Jesus, I am so out of shape. Oh God, I am so unlucky. I already know I won't like this. I never have enough time. I am so disorganized. Why do I always wake up late? I can't take this anymore. Oh my God, I am so forgetful. The longer we have these thoughts, the deeper they embed in our brain, and hence the programming is done. That is, the negative programming. Chapter 7: Passing it on. We usually pass these things on the next generation. Example, why can't you be more like your sibling? You are no good. You are just like your father if he was not a good person. You will never amount to anything. According to the author, subconscious mind works day and night and believes everything it is told. Much of our self-talk is self-doubt, failures, and discomfort knowing that things are not right. Chapter 8: The Self-Management Sequence. Life is not a matter of chance, and if left to chance alone, we could fail. Feelings impact actions, and actions determine behavior, and that impacts success or failure. As an example, if you like your job, you're more likely to be punctual and work hard. That behavior is likely to lead to success. The opposite is also true. Feelings are determined by attitudes, which in turn is affected by beliefs. Beliefs could be true or false and are created by programming and conditioning. We are not born with beliefs. Hence, to summarize, programming leads to beliefs, which leads to attitudes, that leads to feelings, that impacts actions, which can determine results. Let's start with the first step of changing the programming. Chapter 9: The 5 Levels of Self-Talk. What is self-talk and how does it work? There are different kinds of self-talk. Self-talk can give new directions to the subconscious mind. Level 1: Negative acceptance, such as I can't. Example, I can never wake up early. I can never be organized. I can never go to the gym. I can't study. This acts as a compass for a subconscious, which directs the mind in such a way that what we say becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like thinking, I wish, but I'm not. Level 2: Recognition, need to change. It's beguiling. Superficially, it seems to work for us. Example, to say, I need to wake up early, or I need to start exercising, or I ought to be punctual. The problem with this self-talk is you're telling your subconscious that you're still living the old bad habit. Level 3: Decision to change. Example, I no longer get upset at traffic. I no longer smoke. I exercise. The point is, subconscious mind will believe it and eventually results will follow. Level 4: I am. This is the new you want to create. Example, I am organized. I have clarity. I am healthy. I exercise regularly. I eat healthy. It should be in present tense. It's like you are creating a better version of yourself and you're describing that better, wonderful version to yourself. Level 5: Universal affirmation. Example, a spiritually oriented general phrase which are present in many religions, such as I am the one with the universe. This is different from self-talk, which is a specific statement of self-direction designed to wire new neuronal pathways. Why don't you start recognizing level 1 and level 2 self-talk? Avoid using it and replace that with level 3 and level 4 talk. Chapter 10: A New Look at Positive Thinking. Positive thinking affects left prefrontal cortex, part of the brain that deals with optimism, seeking solutions, and negative thinking. Affects right prefrontal cortex, that is the pessimism areas. The challenges to this method of positive self-talk is number 1. Just by saying everything is going to be all right does not make it all right, as we all know. Number 2, just telling yourself to be positive does not rewire your brain. Number 3, we are most comfortable with the thoughts that we live with the most, whether they are positive or negative, whether they are the best for us or not. In other words, familiarity is comfort. So you must learn to replace the old negative thing with newer positive thinking, and this may be discomforting at first. You should give the brain the commands, the pictures, the timetable, and the results that you want, and it will work on it. Chapter 11: Self-talk and motivation. The author believes that motivational self-talks and self-help books programs are usually not helpful, that their effects are transient. This is because external motivation influences you, but it can't make the change inside you. Once the coach is gone, the program is over, you're back to your usual way of life, as old ways and old thoughts are comfortable because familiarity is comfortable. The author believes for longer lasting results, the motivation has to be internal. The author emphasizes internal self-talk that will affect your subconscious mind and will lead to internal motivation. Chapter 12: Not hypnosis, not subliminal. Self-talk is not hypnosis because you're doing it with conscious awareness. In hypnosis, you don't have awareness. You're in a trance-like state. Hypnosis has been used in managing pain, quitting smoking, and other situations. Role of self-talk is in a more broader sense and is more durable. It is also taking more responsibility for yourself, being in charge. An example of subliminal messages or advertisements. Again, these are targeted in a way that a person is not aware. Self-talk is better because the person is educating and programming their mind while being aware of it themselves. Chapter 13: If it isn't simple, it won't work. If an idea is great but it's not implemented, it will not work. There are a lot of great self-help books and personal growth programs, but they require a lot of changes and work to be implemented. We're all so caught up in our life that for us to implement a program, it has to be simple enough to fit in our routine. For any personal growth or change, a program, it has to be simple and it should work. If it's not simple, it will not be implemented, so it will fail. Chapter 14: The New Techniques. You can also record your self-talk and listen to it. The author has done that with good effects. He gives examples of a couple going through a bad marriage where the wife used to regularly play self-recording of how to improve personal relationships. Her husband did not seem to pay any attention to it and it just used to be playing in the background initially. But in a few weeks, he started to get interested in that talk. And eventually, they both found themselves working on their marriage and they became happier. Recorded sessions are easy to use and have an effect on both the conscious and the subconscious mind. There are 5 different types of self-talk. Number 1, silent. This goes on all the time, conscious and subconscious. Listen to yourself during the day and correct your thoughts when you can. Number 2, self-talk is the loud talking. Listen to your self-talk and correct the picture that you want to paint. Create your best picture. Number 3, self-conversation. Clarify things and have specific goals in mind. Number 4, self-write. Although it's a good method, author is aware of limitations, as many people will not do it. If you can do it, it's a good way to improve. It gets your attention. your focus and makes you actively involved in the process of erasing old thoughts and replacing it with new, better ones. Here are some examples of self talk. Silent self talk. I am so disorganized. Change it to I am organized. Loud self talk. I hate my job. I am looking forward to newer challenges. Self conversation. When you wake up, I feel so tired. I wish I didn't have to work today. Good morning. I feel well. I'm glad to be alive and healthy and have a job to go to. Self-right. I am so fat. Or you could say, I am so thin if you're not happy with that. I am exercising regularly and eating a healthy diet. Record your self-talk. You can record your self-talk and listen to it. The author has done that with good effects. He gives example of a couple going through a bad marriage who were helped by the self-talk. Self-recording can also be used to remind yourself for exercising and for attaining a goal weight. Chapter 15. Getting started. The 3-step process. Monitor, edit, listen. Number 1. Monitor is to be aware and listen to your thoughts and words all the time. This may also be called as mindfulness, being aware of being aware. When you start monitoring, you may notice thoughts that work against you. Step 2. Try to edit those thoughts. Step 3. Listen to the newer, better thoughts, or listen to your repeated self-talk recordings. Example, I can never be organized. Instead, say, I am organized and I will get this done. The author mentions losing weight after listening to the right type of self-talk repeatedly through better actions. There are some recommendations by author on self-audio session. The links are also available in the comments below. Chapter 16. Whatever your need or position in life, regardless of your background in education, profession, goals, past life, if you want to achieve anything in life, conquer a problem, reach a goal, example, job, college, set the goal, write it down, and talk to yourself about it. You can apply it to raising children and using positive self-talk on them for their life. If you get lonely or depressed, you can apply self-talk to understand and cope with things better. Chapter 17. Changing habits. Self-talk can be used in habit changing, attitude building, motivational, situational. As an example of some common bad habits: procrastinating, arguing, anger, oversleeping, not exercising, losing things, overindulgence, being late, wasting time, not able to finish projects on time. State the goal and use it in present tense. Example of positive self-talk changing habits. I never lose my temper. I'm always punctual. I'm an early riser. I'm super organized. I set goals, take action, and achieve. I have great fulfilling relationships. If you notice, we have used present tense in all self-talk, except situational self-talk, which will be described later. Don't say I will. Don't say I will not lose my temper, because then the subconscious defers it to the future. Don't say I need to be punctual, because then your subconscious may not work on it. Use it like you already have it. Here are some examples that state the present tense. I never argue or let my emotions work against me. I don't smoke. I have a good memory. I easily and automatically remember any name or anything that is important to me. Here, the change has already taken place. Your self-talk is like a navigation system for your new destination. You give clear directions and expectations of where you want your new self. Be specific. More examples. My mind is orderly and well organized. I consciously choose what I think, and I always choose these thoughts which are the most positive and beneficial for me. I keep my mind too busy thinking good, healthy, positive, constructive, and productive thoughts to have any time for worry. I control the thoughts I choose. No thought at any time can dwell in my mind without my approval or permission. This is a tough one, I should say, as thoughts would be very tough to control. They usually don't knock the door and come in. They just come in. Chapter 18, Rewiring Attitudes. The author is reminding of what he has previously stated. Programming leads to beliefs, that leads to attitudes, which leads to feelings. Feelings impact actions, and actions determine results. Here is a self-talk for taking responsibility. An example, I choose to leave nothing about me to chance. When it comes to me and anything in my life, I choose to choose. I take full responsibility for everything about me, even the thoughts that I think. I'm in control of the vast resources of my own mind. A responsible attitude is a good attitude where we stand up for ourselves and be reliable. Little changes in attitude can make big changes in life. Here is a self-talk for building self-esteem. Chapter 19, Solving Problems and Accomplishing Goals. The author differentiates between different types of problems. Some problems represent opportunities to do better, but some are just real problems, such as someone pulling a gun on your head. To solve a problem, you need a goal or objective. Goals can be divided into short, medium, and long term. Know that for a bigger aspiration, such as being a CEO of a company or increasing your financial worth, you will need to have short-term and medium-term goals to support the longer-term goal, such as CEO of a company. This is an example of self-talk for solving problems. I am good at solving problems. I like challenges and I meet them head-on. Here is self-talk for improving organization. I never waste any time. I always plan ahead, and because I plan my time, I always have time to do the things that I choose to do. I have an organized and orderly mind. Because I think in an organized way, I conduct my life in an organized manner. I like this one. I am organized and in control of my life. I am in control of myself, my thoughts, my time, my actions, and my future. Chapter 20. Motivational Self-Talk. Here are some examples. I set goals and I reach them. I know what I want out of life. I go after it and get it. Try to say this while standing in front of a mirror and repeat it to yourself. I never give myself excuses. I get things done on time and in the right way. Today, I have the inner strength to do more than ever. Bring this script to life. Say to yourself out loud again and again. Own this. Just when you think you can't take any more and you want to give up, say motivating things to yourself and listen to the words, the sentences, and feel them. I keep my chin up, my head held high. I look, act, sound, think, and feel like the winner I am. Anytime a problem starts to get me down, I get myself right back up. No matter what it is that requires the very best of me, I can do it, and I know I can. Today is one of those days when nothing can stand in my way. When I need extra determination, I've got it. When I need more energy and drive, I've got it. I have got the power to get it done, and the patience to see it through, no matter what the job or challenge may be. Here is a script for self-talk for selling, from the beginning to the details of the work. It is a lot of information, and you can come back to it. Chapter 21. Situational Self-Talk. Situational self-talk can be used in situations that you find are difficult, but you inevitably have to face. For example, a traffic jam. You can say, I don't mind traffic jams. If you don't like to cook, you can say. Its objective is to create a new long-term picture and does not have to be in a present tense only. It does not solve the problem, but it helps you to react in a better way. So that rather getting frustrated and upset, you stay in a calm, good mood. It is a good tool to use in an unchangeable situation. And just try to make the best of it. As you know, in life, we face many petty and big inconveniences of life, things that we have no control over. But remember, we do have control over the way we react. Make an instant adjustment. The author relates an example of someone who did not like to cook but had to take care of her family. So each time she went to the kitchen for preparing a meal, she would say, this is going to be fun. I'm going to have a good time cooking today. So it's about making adjustments. Chapter 22. Starting to practice. Follow steps from chapter 15 of monitor, edit, listen. Consciously listen to your self-talk and make corrections. Replace the old negative thoughts with new positive ones. Be cautious of external ways of programming, such as messages from social and digital media. Create your thoughts so you have more control over your life. Make a list of 10 things that you want to change. Example 1. Things aren't going to be well for me at work. Can be changed to, I enjoy my work, I understand the problems, I can deal with them, and I can get past them. Example 2. I just can't seem to communicate with my son anymore. Rephrase. I take time to listen, talk, and communicate with my son. I'm patient and understanding. It's worth working at, and I do it. Example 3. I have a hard time getting out of the bed in the morning. So, this is not going to help you. You can say, this is going to be a great day. I'm waking up very easily. Chapter 23. Overcoming Personal Growth Stasis, PGS. Personal growth stasis stops work, wastes time, drains energy, and reinforces negative programming. To get past this, set a goal to bring positive self-talk permanently in your life. Write down the old negative programs that you would like to change and write the change sentences. Read them aloud. Listen to self-talk 15 minutes a day. Chapter 24. Would you like to make a change? Is it from inside or due to external pressures? The change that comes from inside is stronger and it's more durable. It's better to change for personal desire than societal or social survival. Learning to manage, control, and direct resources of the mind is the greatest opportunity. Are you ready? So that was the end of 24 chapters. Some comments and criticism. Positive thinking could be helpful when your mood is low or when you're not motivated. Hard scientific data is not present to back this theory. Example, on page 67 the author says, positive thinking grows more neurons. I could not find a good study to back this up. He also says, during the first 18 years, you are told no up to 150,000 times, and yes, a few hundred to 1,000. Part of it is, of course, also related to safety of babies and toddlers and young children, such as if they go near a water body, touch anything hot, play on a slippery floor, create a mess. So they have to be told no. Don't touch that, that's hot. No, don't play there, it's not safe. So hearing no is common in early life, but it's also important for safety. Conclusion. My understanding of this book. You give the brain the picture, the results, and the way to navigate. The commands, the pictures, and it should work on it. But understand that you cannot change your life overnight. Have realistic expectations, or you may get disheartened. Pick one minor habit. Pick something small and work on it. If you do witness good results, you can continue working on this and use this technique on other things. Give yourself precise and complete directions. Those of us who dream of improving their lives can do it in big or small ways. Thank you guys for listening. I know it's a long video and I put some timestamps. If you do decide to follow method and want to share your experience, put in the comments below. Good luck to all and have a blessed day.